Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video I will share with you how to cut a 360-degree flare. This flare can be used for a peplum, a skirt, a sleeve, new length and so many other designs. In this video you're going to learn the standard formula for 360-degree flare. You're also going to learn how to manage your fabric while cutting your flare. When I say 360-degree flare, I mean a full circle. So in order to cut a full circle, the formula is the circumference divided by 2 pi. Now, we're talking about circumference. Circumference can be your waist circumference, can be the arm circumference, can be anywhere. That is the roundness of where you want to attach your flare to. Now, back to the formula. The formula for 360-degree flare is the circumference divided by 2 pi. Now, here I wrote 6 divided by 6.8. But when you say 2 pi, pi is 3.14 approximately. So 2 multiplied by pi will give us 6.28. So I wanted to go straight to just do it, but I decided to show you the math just the way it is. For this flare, I'll be using the waist circumference. So let's say the waist circumference is 28 inches. The waist circumference is 28 inches. Then I'm going to add 1 inch to this 28 inches now, so that will be joining allowance. So if you are using this flare for either peplum or skirt, you're going to add another 1 inch for zipper allowance. That will give me 30 inches. So I'll divide this 30 inches now by 6.28. So after I did the maths, I divided 30 inches by 6.28. I got 4.77. So for me, I'm going to approximate it, but just in case after you are done with your calculation and you have a figure you don't understand, you can just approximate it to the nearest number you understand on your tape. Now that I have my circumference, the next thing I'll look for is my length. The length for this flare is 7 inches. This 7 inches, now I'm going to add either 1 inch or 0.5 inch for hemming allowance. Then the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to add my waist circumference plus my full flare length. So 5 inches plus 7 inches will give me 13 inches. Remember, I'll also add 0.5 inch for hemming allowance. So now that I have my circumference, I'm mentioning circumference just like that because I want you to know that you can use this method for either your waist circumference or any of the flare you want to make. So this tutorial is basically me teaching you how to cut a 360-degree flare for whatever you want to make. Now please, I want you to pay attention carefully because this is me showing you how to manage your fabric while you're trying to draft your pattern in order not to waste so much fabric. So now I added my waist circumference plus my flare length. If you remember, the waist circumference plus the flare length is 13 inches. So that's 13 inches. So if you're cutting on your fabric or you're trying to practice, remember to add your 0.5 inch. After I mark the 13 inches, I'll fold this 13 inches equally to another fabric. That is, I'll fold it into 2 to have the same length of 13 inches on the second fabric. If you are doing this on your fabric, you can as well iron it out. So I'll place my tape this way to confirm that my pattern is wide enough. That is up to 13 inches plus 0.5 inch. Then I'll come to this side, this closed part of the pattern. Then I'll come down by 13.5 inches also. So I'm trying to manage my pattern here, so I'll just mark 13 inches. So when you are doing yours, don't forget to add your 0.5 inch for hemming allowance. After I mark the 13 inches, I'll fold the pattern again. That is, I'm folding the pattern now into 4. You remember it was folded into 2, then I'm folding again. Now that I have the maximum fabric pattern that I need, I'll just cut this excess. This pattern that I have left now, that is what I'm going to use to cut my flare. So I'm going to cut the radius and the flare length together. So I'll mark the flare length of 13 inches and also mark the radius of 5 inches. And I'm going to do that all around. If you notice where the way I place my tape is still at the tip. So I'll mark the radius and mark the length. And I'll do it all around with marking the radius and the length. Remember, I said we'll add 0.5 inch. So I'm going to be adding 0.5 inch at the top and also at the down. Now, this method of me adding the 0.5 inch using my tape is because I'm trying to teach you, if you're a total beginner, you place your tape and mark your 0.5 inch before you cut. So you also do the same thing at the down before you cut out. So the next thing I'll do now is to cut out for you to see what it looks like, and maybe I'm going to try it on to see if it's exactly my waist measurement. Please drop a heart for me on the comment section if you watch this point. Thank you very much, and don't forget to subscribe, share, hit the like button. You can also check out my channel. You see so many other tutorials, including how to sew a peplum. And I am done cutting, and this is what it looks like, guys. I have my perfect circle, my full circle. And if you notice, I didn't waste so much pattern, and I got my 360-degree flare. If you are using fabric, this is the same thing that you're going to achieve. This is what they call 360-degree circle. So maybe next time I'll show you how to cut 720 and other kinds of flare. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more. See you in my next video.